everybody, thanks for joining us today. Live Music Nation Podcast Festival Edition. Today we are with Natalie and Caitlyn. They are with the Georgia Apple Festival. Ladies, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having us.
Give us a little background on you guys. Where did you grow up? And talk a little bit about your career and your family.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start, Natalie. My name is Caitlyn Neal. I'm the marketing director here at the Gilmer Chamber. I've lived in LJ, Georgia my entire life, which I know is not very exciting, but it is to me. And I live in LJ with my husband, and I know it sounds cheesy, but we love living here so much that we have a rescue dog. She is a healer, and her name is Ellie J. So no kids, just a very spoiled dog.
There you go. There you go.
And I came from Texas most recently, but I moved around a whole lot, and I do the events here in LJ for the chamber. So kind of everything from arts and crafts to dinners to music to all the fun stuff.
Yeah, so obviously Natalie is not a local to Georgia because you do not have the accent that Caitlyn has. It is so strong through Caitlyn, but Natalie, you can tell, is a Midwest girl for sure.
Well, I mean, I've always been in the South. I just travel a whole lot, so it kind of just gets muddled.
Perfect. All right, guys, let's jump into the Apple Festival because I always just start with these three questions, and they're kind of stimulating and a little bit humorous. Number one, what does it look like for the listener that's never been there? What are they going to see? Number two, what does it smell like? What kind of foods are in the air? Number three, what do you hear? What does it sound like? What's in the environment? Is there music? Is there entertainment? Is there carnivals? So we'll start with number one. What's it look like? Where's it at? What's the listener going to see when they step out of their car?
So it's in LJ. It's at the LJ Lions Club Fairgrounds. So it's where they have the county fair and all of that. There are about 300 vendors there. Okay. So it brings quite a crowd. We do have, it's a $10 entrance fee. If you're 12 and under, it's free. But they sell everything from pogo sticks to handmade pottery and candles. And you can get a little bit of everything there. Walking sticks, leather. It's a pretty good event for arts and crafts. It's one of the largest in the area, and it has been going on for over 50 years.
Oh, wow. All right. All right. Caitlyn, that means we're leaving smells to you. What are we going to smell?
Yeah, so Apple Festival, a lot of people, if they're not coming for the arts and crafts, they're coming for the food. So think like all of your festival best. Some of the most popular at Apple Festival for years and years have been, we have a vendor who makes root beer with a secret family recipe that's been in their family for like decades, generations. So they're really popular. Funnel cakes and fried Oreos. We have a vendor who can fry just about any like prepackaged dessert imaginable. And then we have a really awesome Greek food vendor who has been coming. They've been coming for a really long time. So people, it's like 20 years. People will line up for their food. It's crazy. We actually had to redo the way that booths are laid out just to accommodate their massive lines.
That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
So no one knows the secret. Like you don't have like a glimpse of what the secret to the root beer is?
No, in fact, the person who had it, he passed away without like 100% passing it on. So they kind of had to tweak it to figure out what it was to get it back to the way it tastes.
It's not the authentic original recipe. That's great. There's a whole podcast.
It's close, but that's what happens whenever you pass away with your secrets.
Yeah, there's a whole podcast behind that. I'm sure there's some paranormal stuff going on there, and they can get into that. I'm sure. That'd be fantastic. All right. So we got that going on. Who wants to talk about the sounds? Who wants to talk about what people are going to hear?
So we just started back last year putting in music, local artists mostly, just kind of background music, but we do have, people on the stage singing throughout the day, and it's a lot of fun. This year we're adding even more speakers so you could really get that entertainment feel. And then, there's also fun stuff to do all over town that kind of brings in all of that excitement. Like they play like DJ music downtown and stuff like that. It's kind of it's a big deal for 2 weekends here in October.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the big deal. Let's talk about the impact that it has on your community. Is this more for your community, or is this more of an economic boost for your community?
So I would say it's both. So the Apple Festival in and of itself is a nonprofit fundraising event. It goes to the Lions Club and the Chamber of Commerce, and then we were able to split it off into different programs and different local charities. And the same thing goes with the festival downtown. It is also a nonprofit fundraising event, but you can't have events of this size without bringing in kind of a boon to the local economy.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. All right, let's talk about events in your community. Caitlyn, you've been there longer, right?
Yeah.
So what's one of your greatest memories of the Apple Festival?
Oh, there's a really great parade on the second Saturday of the Apple Festival. So lots of local businesses participate. They have, it's just like a good hometown parade, pageant queens, kids who are on the homecoming court, people from different sports teams. And so it's just a really fun parade. And like I have a lot of fond memories from that whenever I was a child. It goes around the center of the square in downtown. A lot of people come out to see it, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, ladies, I've asked you a lot of questions. I'm going to ask you 2 fun questions because I am in live music and live entertainment. Natalie, we're going to start with you. Best concert you've ever seen your entire life, who would you say that was?
Oh my. So I actually used to go to concert festivals all the time. So it may not be the best single concert, but the best lineup I ever saw was Dolly Parton, and then Social Distortion, and then who followed them up? Jerry Lee Lewis. It was a very good night.
That's quite the deal. Yeah, for sure. That's quite the, okay. So I'm going to ask you the same question, Caitlyn.
Imagine Dragons On Top of the World tour. It was whenever basically On Top of the World was their big song, and they weren't really super famous, so the tickets were really cheap. Right. But amazing live entertainment quality with Imagine Dragons. They sound exactly like they sound recorded, which a lot of times that's not the case. So that was fun.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys work together on this next question. Dead or alive, you could bring one musical act to the Georgia Apple Festival. Who would you bring?
We could both decide.
Oh, okay, good. You go first.
Oh, I don't know. This is so hard. I was not prepped for this one. Let's see. Could see anybody. Honestly, I think I would I would love to see ZZ Top.
Okay.
Did deep on my want to see list.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sounds good. All right, I've been selfish. I've asked you guys a lot of questions. This is a segment of the show. You get to ask me a question. What would you ask me?
So what other types of events do you like to talk about on your show?
So we typically, for the past 2 months, have been doing nothing but fall festivals. So really, we kind of get a wide variety. I just did an interview with a group called Hogs and Frogs. And I thought their city mascot was the frogs. And I thought, oh, surely that's where it stops. And no, it really doesn't. It's a bike rally and a frog leg cook-off contest. And they kind of lost me. But he kept talking about barbecue. And I'm like, okay, well, where's the frog thing come from? And so he told me, and I was like, nope, I'm not eating your barbecue, man. I just can't do it. Then I know you guys, I know down in Georgia, it's, you got your water down there, and everybody's talking about gigging frogs, but usually that's for bait, not for dinner. So
tastes like chicken.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, how do we find out more information about the Georgia Apple Festival?
So you can go to georgiaapplepestival.org and find out all the information there. And it's in October. It's 2 weekends in October. It's the 14th and 15th and the 21st and the 22nd, Saturday and Sundays. Okay. Very good. Guys, check them out. Natalie, Caitlyn, thanks for being on with us. I appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You bet.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle